Hello people, welcome to another episode of Map Talks. Um, this is a new environment, and for those who are wondering, it actually works. A week ago, me and Robert was at the local Audi store, where they showed the new Audi E-tron. And we had a look at it, and I took some pictures, so I thought maybe we should just go through that. I will say that on this launch events there are a lot of people, and the pictures probably didn't get as good as I hoped, but still, it's better than nothing. As you can see for the exterior, it looks like a big modern Audi SUV, which means it looks crisp and modern, all that. And the rear, I sadly didn't get any pictures of it. It's very reminiscent of the new Audi Q8, if you've seen that one, and very well cool. The interior is very modern, and I also filled a little bit with the screens, and then very responsive, very quick, easy to use, unlike the IPS system, which was slightly, well, slow is the word. But of course, no one really beats Audi on interiors. At least not fit and finish. Very nice place to be. Very spacious, very airy. The rear seats were also very good. And the boot, huge cavernous boot. And it also has a frunk, which is nice. So they sort of thought when they built this one, or they just looked at Tesla and say, okay, how do we actually build an electric car? And they have a frunk, unlike the Mercedes, which doesn't. I don't know why. They sort of say it's built from the ground up, but I don't know. The speed, 0 to 62 miles an hour in about 5.7 seconds, which puts it on par with entry-level Model 3. And so it's not slow. And given its size, it's, well, shouldn't get you out of a roundabout quick enough. Anyway, back to the boot. Huge boot, and it also has the same kind of cubby hole beneath the boot as the Model X has it. Think the iPace has it. Anyway, it's more than enough storage space. Plenty for everyone. And you can put the seats down, and you can, yeah, it's huge. The external size of the car, it's, apart from the fact that it's 20 centimeters higher, it's more or less on the dot the same size as a Model S, which makes it rather big. It has will come with a lot of safety tech and stuff. Adaptive, super modern cruise controls, warning radar, pedestrian detection, park, everything, and all sorts of this. A lot of it will sadly be, I've talked about active safety before, it will cost you money, which is stupid and annoying. I know that you sort of have to recoup their cost of developing this, but still, some of this should be standard equipment, after all, or at least I don't know what all of it will cost, but it probably won't be very cheap. It's a big, expensive Audi. It starts at about 650,000 NOK, But that's a starting price, and it's nowadays, so you probably will end up with 800,000 before you checked all the boxes you want to check. After all, you can put a you can pull a trailer with it. You can pull about 1,800 kilos with it. It's a dual motor setup like the other SUVs that are out there and are coming. It has about 650 newton meters and 500 horses, I think. Plenty enough anyway. It won't feel lethargic.
124 bakåt, 184 förut.
And then of course we come to the brakes, which are huge on this car. And Audi has made a lot of hoo-ha about how much they've worked on the braking system. The way they have blended regenerative braking and actual physical braking into one, and they have different levels on it, and they're all very clever, and I'm sure it is. And then you have the battery pack, and it's a 95 kilowatt hour pack, which is 5 more than the Jaguar. It'll be interesting to see the consumption on the Audi, given that the Jag has sort of got a lot of flack for having relatively high consumption. But then again, neither of these are a Hyundai Ioniq or a Model 3 for that matter. So, yeah. Sort of a relatively big square thing is still a relatively big square thing. But, yeah, it looks great, polished, wonderful. The side cameras, there's the cameras and the screens. I would just have to wait and see, really. Very interesting. And of course, it's air suspension, so you can lower the car or raise the car if you want, but that's not exactly something wonderful. And I'm sure it also will lower itself in high speed and all that stuff. So I can't remember right now what the salesman said, but demo cars should arrive on the new year at some point. Q1, I think. So of course I will come back with a test drive, and that's gonna be great fun, probably. I mean, all cars, Audis are fun to drive. Well, not that. No, wait, now I'm lying. They're not fun to drive, are they? No, but the feel of them and the interior, and it's really, really great. It looks and feels fantastic place to sit, and it's a lot of space, even in the back. I'm almost 190, and I didn't have any problems at all sitting in the back, or neither in the front. The seats are electric, of course, and you get a gazillion ways to just everything. And unlike a Tesla, this is a luxury car, so if you want to, you can probably throw a lot of things at it. It's massaging seats and all the stuff you want. And the 3 screens sort of do things individually and the same, and it's very well laid out. I would, of course, come back more closer to that. But it's great to see that VW is finally showing an electric car after talking about them now for the last, decade or so, with the R8 and all that stuff. And the minibus, which will be really, really great if they could get that out. Yeah, looks like a modern Audi. I like the thing that they have dual charge ports, one on each side of the front fender. And that's a good idea. Now, my Kia Soul, still on sale if you want to buy it, had it in the center in the front, so it didn't really matter how you parked the car, as long as you park nose in. Particularly quick charging, because the cables can be a bit short. Now on the Ioniq, great car. The charge port is on the rear driver's side, and well, depending on how the chargers are put and people park, because people can't park, that can be a bit of a faff. So having 2 charge ports is actually rather clever. So points for that. Now I think I've babbled on long enough. Thanks for watching, and do remember to leave a comment, like, subscribe, and share the video if you want. I have a few things. There is a Model 3 in Oslo, and I'm planning to go and have a look at it. And I'm really looking forward to that. Of course, I will come back with a report afterwards. So, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.